on this episode, what I was going to talk to you about was just say there's a couple getting married, just got engaged there at Christmas, and they're looking for a band. I was going to go through I will have 7 things listed of where they can start finding a band in order from worst to best. So I have 7 here. Get your thoughts on these. They're getting married. Facebook groups.
Relatively useless.
They kind of, yeah, I'd be agreeing with that. I think, well, it's just the amount of responses you get.
Yeah, I would imagine Facebook groups, wedding websites, forums, that type of stuff, useless.
Yeah.
Because what you're going to get there is you're going to get fake profiles on it putting up recommendations for bands.
Well,
you get bands hovering over them constantly. In fact, not just for bands, but for all suppliers. Hovering over them, the minute somebody puts up an inquiry, bang, big recommendation for themselves.
Yeah.
And it means nothing.
Yeah. I have actually number 6 on the list then will be wedding directory websites. Now, there are some good ones, or and you'll see great bands listed on some web, but you'll also, it depends on the website. There's a lot of them out there now. And like that, what I find is with the reviews on some of them websites, you don't know if they're genuine.
That's true as well, yeah.
You could see 140 5-star reviews, and there's no way of tracing back the users, So then jumping up to 5 would be wedding fairs. Now you're just back from the one in City West, wasn't it?
That's right.
How did that go? Well, how would it be for a couple looking for a band? Put it that way. Is it something they should go to if they're looking for a band? Or
no, I wouldn't recommend them. Last year we didn't do any at all. I just wanted to see if it made any difference. Made no difference from what I can see.
Yeah.
The problem with a wedding fair is if you see a band at a stall, you cannot see the product. You're going by.
True, yeah.
Everybody will give you the same or relatively the same sales pitch.
Yeah.
All you can basically find out is if the band are available and their price packages. That's it. Or you
still have to look them up when you go home, anyway.
You have, yeah, and you're still just going to see the band's promo video playing away there in the background.
Yeah,
that's
you can't
fine
really
as well.
hear it at the fairs either.
Yeah, and you're being hustled and bustled along by the crowd. As the crowd moves around, you're being pushed around, and you're also conscious, as some couples told me, they feel they're holding up a queue of people behind them.
True. I think the smaller wedding fairs are actually probably a bit better.
They would be actually, yeah.
Because at least, they're relatively quiet. You get time to talk to people anyway.
That's right, yeah. And an awful lot of the times in the smaller wedding fairs in a hotel, you get couples that have actually their weddings booked in that hotel.
In that venue, yeah.
So it's they like to be able to talk to you and get your views on the room and how you find the room to play in and all that type of thing as well.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a band, I suppose the smaller wedding fairs are no harm. Just to get to me, but not to. I wouldn't. Well, you never really get them, but I wouldn't recommend booking a band that you haven't seen before.
Absolutely
for the first
not.
time. Just turn up at a wedding fair, and because sometimes there might be offers on or book on the day.
Yeah.
But no, you need to do your research.
Definitely.
Yeah. 4 on the list, getting up there. Google. I've this down. I think it's a good starting point.
Yeah, again, a good starting point. But the problem with that is you're going to hit straight away on the bands that advertise the most.
Yeah. Well, the top 2 or 3 listings are usually ads.
Yeah.
So I suppose just be wary of that.
Yeah. What you'll find is that you'll see the same 2 or 3 bands at the top.
Unless it's my ad, and then just click on it straight away.
That's right, yeah. If we are not available.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll find the same bands listed everywhere. That's the same problem that we would have had with the forums and that as well prior to this.
Yeah. I suppose the biggest marketing budget doesn't necessarily mean the best band.
Absolutely not.
No. So I suppose that goes for everything you're looking for on Google. You have to be wary that the first few are probably ads. Not that there's anything wrong. They might be great bands anyway.
Could well be.
But just to be, if you're looking for, if you're searching for a wedding band in Tipperary, it might be the 4th or 5th link that actually, really relates to that. And then what was it? Number 3 on the list, YouTube. So I'd say this is probably one of the best. I've listed as 3. If and only if you can tell the videos are live.
Correct.
You know.
Again, a lot of bands would use this to promote their promo videos. And sometimes those promo videos are recorded live.
Yeah.
And if
ours
you
are
can,
all live, just so we get. No, they are though. You know,
Yeah.
I do. I think, and I get a lot that. I know they're rough and ready, but couples when they do ring, I hear the good bit that they can tell us live.
Yeah,
which is
well,
nice because that's
the one
what I
thing
like.
that over the weekend, any couples that were looking at ours, the first thing I said to them was, "Don't look at the band.
Yeah.
Don't look at anything. Just look at the floor.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. It's not a music competition. It's not who can play what song best. It's about, can the band sell it to the crowd, keep the floor full.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to do if you're looking at any promo videos, looking at any videos on YouTube.
Yeah, and if you can't see the dance floor, there's
waste of time.
flags. Yeah.
Yeah, waste of time.
Raises
Why
some
can't
flag.
you? Why
Yeah.
won't they let you see the floor?
Yeah.
Is it because there's nobody on it? You know, or is it just a staged video?
Yeah.
You know, not that there's anything wrong with that either.
Again, you see, the complicated thing, I suppose, for couples is, and we know, like, some of the best bands in the country have promos that aren't live.
Correct.
You know, so it doesn't necessarily mean they're not a good band. But I'd be just looking for the live. And also, some of the best bands in the country put up a lot of live clips. You
True.
know, so
Well, it's a matter of priorities. The biggest priority when you're booking a band is how that band worked the crowd on your day.
yeah.
So any videos, any promotional material related to that should be about the floor
Yeah.
and nothing else.
Yeah. True.
That's what it's all about. It's like if you contact a band and they don't want you to come to see them live.
Just showcases.
Why?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. That to me would raise a flag.
Yeah.
And I'm not against showcases. We do an odd showcase. I know bands do showcases, great bands that do showcases.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's to cater, they might get a certain amount of inquiries in an area, they may not be gigging in that area.
Yeah, you have to.
And just let people see them. And I have
don't
no
like them,
problem
to be
with that.
honest. We
They're
try
hard.
and avoid them because, well, I just think that there's no atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know, so again, yeah, if it's kind of a last resort, or the band you think you want, you can't see them for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Then showcase.
Yeah, a showcase
it
can
works,
work for that. But the best place of all is at a live gig, whether that be a wedding, function, gig, makes no difference as long as you can see the band working crowd. Yeah, that's what it's all back to.
Number 2, second best place I think to find a band would be Facebook and Instagram, as in their pages.
Yeah.
See what kind of, has the page got a lot of activity. And the one thing as well about Facebook, I suppose, the reviews are linked to a profile.
That's correct as well.
So
And
even if
you
there's
can
only
tell
a few,
straight away whether they're genuine or not.
Yeah, even if there's only a few, you at least they are genuine.
Exactly, yeah. And you can tell that it's not just the band or family members commenting on videos, posts, whatever. You can it's actually quite simple, just trace back, see who did.
Yeah.
And you see that they've had a wedding a couple of weeks prior to that.
And then
Obviously
activity-wise, if they're putting up, now we're all terrible at putting up clips, I suppose, finding the time to do it. But, if they have clips of live weddings fairly recent and stuff like that, it's a good sign.
Yeah, of course.
That their last post was in 2014 or...
Yeah. Yeah.
And then number 1 on the list, I think, would be hotel lists or recommended by other suppliers.
Yeah,
so
that means a lot as well.
Yeah, your venues generally are, they're not going to recommend a band that aren't,
Well, that's true, but I would still, personally, be wary of anybody else telling you.
Oh yeah, but just...
I mean, I've seen cases like where wedding coordinators, even though they recommended us, have never actually seen us. They've never been there during a wedding. They don't know whether it was good, bad or indifferent.
Yeah.
And I mean, so they're, that really wouldn't hold true to me. I'd be more inclined to go for any of the live stuff.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's definitely, and no matter
the,
where you find the band, I think on the list, see them live.
Yeah.
Like that's a given.
A list from a hotel is a good starting point.
Yeah, I think just, as a starting point, that'd be, or even other suppliers like a photographer, videographer. Even if you get a DJ first, he knows the bands that are, he's working with.
Yeah, he knows the bands that he hates to go on after. That's the one you want.
Yeah, ask the DJ who does he not like to follow, and then go with them.
Exactly.
So I think that's it. Just to wrap up, I think Facebook groups, we'd be kind of avoiding them. Directory websites, wedding fairs, Google, YouTube, I think you're getting into good territory when you start looking there. And then Facebook, Instagram, as in their pages, check for activity and reviews. And then hotels, so it's just a bit of a minefield, I think, if you get engaged and you open your laptop and go, we need a wedding band.
Yeah.
It's all just...
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so
that would follow through to every supplier, really.
And then I suppose the other thing is just, friends. Well, most of our work comes from word of mouth anyway.
Yeah, I would agree, yeah. People who would have seen us at weddings, at family weddings, friends' weddings, whatever.
The funny thing is they can never remember you. You get the phone call, you did my sister's wedding 2 years ago.
See you again?
Can we see you? Yeah, because we didn't remember. So that's it for today, Alan. Thanks.
No problem at all, Brian.